So let me do some introductory stuff and then we'll get right to the interview. So first of all, thank you so much for helping us get 200 subscribers. Every single subscriber helps. And if you like the content, the best thing you could possibly do to help the channel is to like, to comment, to subscribe, and to share it. Really, we reach more people, it grows, and everything gets better. So thank you so much. Hi, I'm Andrew with Investors Hub, and today we're going to be chatting with Stefania Barbaglio. She's the founder and director of Cassiopeia Services, and she's going to be chatting with us about a couple of publicly traded companies in the health and wellness sector that she thinks are set to do well. Up next is the chapter points, then we'll hear from Stefania. So, Stefania, you mentioned to me that the weight loss and health supplements industry is set to boom this year, you think? Why is that?
Well, I think this all happened with the pandemic because there's been a growing awareness of health and well-being, and how we could actually be more healthy to have a stronger immune system in order to fight the virus. So I think generally across the world, people are more concerned about, I'm healthy, what kind of vitamins I'm missing, what kind of supplement I can get to get my immune system stronger. So definitely the supplement industry is an industry that is growing now, but it will be growing also post COVID, let's say. So I think people in general are more awareness about their health, also the way they eat. That's come back to what you mentioned about the nutrition, because definitely being obese or being overweight is not helping yourself to be more healthy and fight the virus and fight any kind of diseases. So I think people are trying also to understand more about food, about micro and macronutrients, and also they are not looking for something that is a quick fix, but they are looking for like a long-term nutrition plan. They are more interested in a food with a reliable supply chain. So, for example, they know where the food is coming from, and this is kind of bringing more other issue regarding the food supply chain and some other opportunities. So I think it is a general consequence that has been spun by the pandemic, and definitely the supplement, the nutrition industry, they are growing, and they will be growing even more. Definitely for us as human, but I'm just going to mention that here it will be growing also for the pet industry, and we can come back to that later, maybe.
So what companies what publicly traded companies in the health and wellness industry do you think people should be paying attention to?
Right. I've got 5 companies, and I'm going to start with the nutrition first. So very old, let's say, it's been going on for quite a while. Weight Watchers. So Weight Watchers International, obviously listed on the American Stock Exchange, is definitely a company that I think is still trading below its value. And it's mainly because they, obviously when they started, it was a lot about groups. It was like group meeting. And I think the change that they had to do in their business to kind of keep up with what the COVID and what the new reality is hasn't been so easy like it could have been for a startup, right? That was offering some kind of nutrition plan. So I think there is a lots of potential to grow for Weight Watcher and to improve their digital strategy. They are also doing now personalized digital plan. And the element of support is something that is key and is very important. Okay, if it can't be physical, it will be virtual, but people want to have support. So I think this is where you can find opportunities. A company that has been trading on the stock exchange for a long time, has got, solid roots. So definitely a company to watch. Another one that has been performing better is Medifast. Medifast is based on a kind of like a different nutrition plan that is where Weight Watcher is based about setting points for your nutrition. So for example, for your day, you have a certain amount of point that you have to reach with your meals, and you can't go above these points. Doesn't matter whatever you eat, right? So you can eat a little pizza and have reached your point already. Where Medifast is more focused on low carb, high protein, has got 6 meals a day. So it's kind of different. And also they provide meal replacement, right? And this is something they are also doing through their company Optavia, where they also offer online support. Okay, so definitely a company that is moving a little bit faster, but in terms of, we will have to see how Weight Watcher is catching up. So these are the two companies in, let's say, the nutrition space. And then I have three companies in the wellness and fitness, which obviously is pretty much linked to, I want to be more healthy, I want to be more, I want to be in a better shape. And I cannot mention Peloton, obviously, because it was a company, so interactive online equipment. So what they offering, online spin classes, and they saw a massive rise over 400% in the share price, and also the subscription base over 100%, just because as an effect of the COVID. So the rise is mainly linked to this kind of new normal, but we will have to see if the current valuation is actually fair or is overvalued, if you know what I mean. They are not profitable. So, there is some kind of disruption there, where some analysts are saying they are a bit overvalued. Another company very interesting that is also trying to expand, one of their targets is to expand outside the US, is Lululemon. They are quite interesting because what they offer some kind of like clothes, some kind of like equipment for sport, particularly yoga. And, nowadays everybody is living on, sweatshirt, leggings. I haven't took my off since the pandemic started. So, I think that this is something like a new trend. But the interesting things about Lululemon is they put a lot of investment in the e-commerce, so kind of direct to customers sales, and they actually over 40% of their revenue has come now from the online, which is really a massive increase compared to the year before. They are also trying to grow. One of their targets is to grow outside the US. So they also have quite a good market in the UK and also in Europe. So I think that's also interesting. And the other thing is that they are targeting the men. So it's not just about women, they are trying also to enter the male market. Why they are doing that? They also have concluded an acquisition of a fitness app called Miro, where you can basically see your trainer Miro, and you do an online training basically, on the app. So I think this acquisition is kind of like a strategic, because in a way it's kind of competing with Peloton, but for them, it will be another channel to kind of grow also the sales of their product, but also an opportunity to kind of grow the company through acquisition. So the last one is again quite like a bigger name. So is Nike. Nike, I quite like them because obviously they are a big name. They are a big name in the US, and also they had a different partnership with well-known people, with stars. But the brand is quite well known. Obviously, the closure of the shops because of the pandemic has impacted the company a lot. That's why the share price hasn't been up so much. But we have to remember that they are a well-known and well-established brand. They also have invested a lot in the digital channel, and they are also a brand that is quite forward-thinking, because if you think about it, they always been at the forefront of like tech innovation in terms of material and stuff like that for clothes wear, for fitness wear. So I think there will be a lot of new things they are going to bring up, and definitely they are going to be doing more and more with a digital strategy. So I'm expecting Nike to be more a stable grower, right, than a company like Peloton, for example. So I think generally those are kind of the publicly listed company that I'm watching.
So, are there any catalysts or events that might change your optimism about the industry?
Well, definitely we will have to see how the virus and the whole situation with the lockdown is going to pan out this year, because the vaccine is now out. It will be, roll out more and more everywhere. So I don't think that we are going to come back to the pre-COVID normal, right? Where people are just going to go back to the gym and nothing is going to happen online. But I think the new normal is going to be here to stay. And definitely the trend that we mentioned before, that people are more aware about their health, their fitness, more people trying to look after themselves, their diet and their, the well-being. I think this is here to stay. But obviously we will have to see, for example, coming back to a kind of new normality, how is going to impact company, for example, such as Peloton, right? Is going to keep rising up, or is going to start to adjust to what it will be the fair valuation. So we will have to see. I think the trend, so generally, trend is going to here to stay, but the catalyst will be when these lockdowns are finally finished, that we can't bear them anymore, and the situation is normalized with the virus. I think we will have to see how these companies are going to, obviously the share price is going to settle, but, this is going to be a really interesting space.
So, real quick, what are two other industries you think people should be paying attention to this year?
Okay. Fashion industry is definitely something to watch, particularly with the fast-growing second-hand market, and then the pet industry, which I think is going to bring something really interesting.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And those last two topics are topics for another video. So if those are something you're interested in, be sure to leave a comment down in the comments section, and we'll get working on that one faster. See you again soon.